You're now locked onto the Pulse Radio Show with Marcus Myers, X-Tina, and Ken Pyle. And on the 1 and 2s, Big Red the DJ. It's the Pulse Radio Show, baby. Believe that.
It's the Pulse Radio Show. Yes, I mean, that's how the vibes are every single night. And right about now, we're gonna bring in a very special guest. You know, we always have a special guest for you, and this is a BMA nominated, and I should say a plaque-winning and award-winning, both singer and songwriter, Jaicko.
And producer.
Yes,
please.
What else did I leave out? Anything else?
But hey, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
recently toured Japan.
Ken, where did you get that from? My brother did not go to Japan. What are you talking about?
That was like, how many years ago? It was like 10 years ago, bro. Like, where did you find that?
but on your Wikipedia.
But what you did do is you won a gold plaque.
Yeah, recently, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, but no, don't say it like that. I mean, it's a gold plaque. I mean, no, we have to get into that. I mean, tell us about the song and everything.
Well, about 3-4 years ago, I was invited to Greece by some friends of mine out in Switzerland. A well-known DJ from Switzerland by the name of DJ Antoine. He's a huge DJ in that part of the world. And actually, through that experience, it helped me to realize how vast the world of music is. And he's like, hey, me and my writing partner, and we have a songwriting duo called Formula 51. So during that time, we were just, getting our feet wet with the dance music, the EDM music, and we had made contact with this DJ. And he became, very fascinated with our sound. He's like, how do you guys come out to Santorini, Greece to write some songs? I was like, hey, come on, I'd do it if it wasn't to write some songs.
Is that really what the music industry is like though? That someone just hears your stuff probably somewhere across the world and says, let's come through and let's fight?
It can be. Well, a lot of it is being in the right place at the right time. So we happen to be in the right space, in the right place, and that song came out of, I would say safely, 20 to 50 songs that the camp had put together on goal. And we set the song to Akon, and it became a big collaboration between Akon and DJ Antoine, which it went #1 in many of the territories like the United Arab Emirates. It did well in Germany. And actually, the plaque that you saw that I posted on my Instagram was actually it going gold in Germany. So it sold 250,000 copies in Germany. So that was just for that territory.
That is awesome.
Congratulations on that, man. That's a marvelous achievement, brother.
Thank you, man.
That's fantastic, bro.
Appreciate that.
That's fantastic.
So what is it like now? I mean, because you won a plaque, not won a plaque, you earned a plaque. What does that do for like people that are like watching you and like seeing who gets these things? Or does anybody else want to like bring you on for like writing opportunities and stuff now that they saw that you achieved that?
Well, absolutely. I think naturally people want to associate themselves with stuff that is successful. So look at it from a business perspective. Absolutely, that will help. For me and my partner, the songwriting duo, to gain some exposure in that realm. And price went up. I'm just
It's going. It's small, nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, like from a business perspective, obviously. But personally, I don't really cling on to those things. I'm more focused on continue to to develop my gift and my passion for music. That's where it all came from. So I don't want to become consumed with accolades.
Okay,
that's not my goal.
Speaking of that, you were on Capitol Records before, and
yeah.
I mean, you were deep into the music industry.
Deep.
And then, but no, not necessarily so.
I wouldn't really say not.
I would say that you're on the outskirts, still benefiting from people in the music industry. Can I say that?
Well, here's what it is. Again, as I mentioned just now, music is such a vast world, right? And I feel like, because of where we live, because of the type of information we take in, we tend to think that, well, there's only one aspect of music that is successful. I believe that I've been given this gift of music to be wherever I want to be, So having said that, I took some time out to really develop my skill as a songwriter, as a producer, just develop my craft. And, out of that came, some great achievements.
Okay, but let me ask you a question, because I mean, you were on that side, and now you were kind of now doing your own thing. you know, independently, but still in the music industry, but not under a label head, etc. Right?
Yeah, well,
Right.
I'm signed to publishing. You know,
Right.
I have a company that makes sure that my publishing is secure, but as of, you know, my music being distributed is completely independent at the moment.
Do you think that being like on a record label that you have to some extent sell your soul? Some people say so, that there's a bit of you that needs to be sacrificed in order to be, you know, cater to the label heads.
It's a piece of you that needs to be sacrificed.
Yeah. Honestly, whether it's values.
Dude, let's keep this light, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know when I'm going to talk to the award-winning artist again, so I want to know.
Well, look, put it like this. The music industry is a business, right? And when you become involved with a company that sees it as business primarily, there are certain requests. And I'm not really gonna, that's not really necessarily speak on selling your soul.
Right.
But I think in some instances, if you're not careful, you'll have to make compromises in order to, you know, have certain achievements.
So are there certain things that the label asks you to do that you just said, that's not me?
For sure.
Like what?
Absolutely.
So we got 6 minutes and counting before the hour of 9 o'clock. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take a very important message and we'll be back. Don't forget, this is the Pulse Radio Show live on Hot 95.3 FM. We got Jaicko live in studio. Of course, we have the entire team here, all powered by Cave Shepherd. Own the experience in association with Broad Street Men's and Women's Designer Wear. We are back. We have Jaicko live in studio. Of course, this is
Live on
Pulse
direct.
Radio
Life and direct,
Show.
it's true. Yeah, and you just heard a song that was good to be loved.
Yeah, man.
And it sounds different from what we are used to hearing you doing.
Yeah. Well, actually, if I could explain, that song was a collaboration between, again, myself and my writing partner. It's based in Toronto. We did that collaboration with a group from the UK by the name of M22. So again, throughout my journey in music, you know, I've had the opportunity of just experimenting with different sounds, and so that was a song that came out of, you know, that kind of Euro EDM journey that I was on for, you know, quite some time, and you know, the song did really well again in that part of the world.
So which part do you mean? Do you mean the same for places like Germany, etc.?
Germany, you know, anything to do with Europe.
Yeah, I realize that EDM is really big up there, and not necessarily, you know.
That is like soca for us.
Yeah.
It's always gonna have its place. It's always gonna sell. It's always gonna be what they like.
Are you guys thinking about going up there to perform, do like festivals, those kind of?
Well, I've been
EDM
involved
shows?
in several different things in that, in that area. Festivals is not really my thing personally, but you know, I don't want to even come across as though that's my focus. You know, my focus is music. Man.
Just spreading your wings, really.
Yeah, man. I do all types of music.
Touch all genres.
Touch all genres. You know, I do everything.
But speaking of what was not your thing, let's go back to the question. I don't want it to seem as if I don't want you to be running for my questions, you know.
No,
but you got a commercial, but you gotta pay those. But my question was.
Signal. We got
right, we got a flag now, right?
It sounded like really good. It was just some actual radio station.
So what we ended on was, you said that when you were part of a record label, and you were under a record label, there are certain things that they asked you to do that was kind of like compromising to some extent who you were.
Compromise in my instance is a very strong word. I was just really drawing reference to, because to your question,
right,
you use the word sacrifice. I prefer to say compromise.
Okay.
But I'll give you a perfect example. When I got signed, it was right on the cusp of the internet being the thing that drove success and drove the area of marketing and stuff like that. So when I got signed, you know, that was the whole Soulja Boy craze. Everybody remembers Soulja Boy, the old Soulja Boy dance.
Crank that, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Superman.
his claim to fame was really YouTube.
Yeah.
So that had been the platform. Okay, if you want to get signed in this time, you got to be big on social media. And I was like, what? This makes sense for us now. It makes complete sense.
Right.
But then it didn't make any sense. So I'll give you a story. I walked in the label one day, and they handed me this little they handed me something called a flip cam. Anybody remember the flip cam? It's like what the GoPro is now.
Yeah.
It's like a little camera that they gave it to me. It's like, here, this is yours. And I was like, what am I gonna do with this? And I was like, well, we need you to record yourself all over the place, do what we need to do, get your social media stuff buzzing. Me, being from Barbados again at that time,
Right.
a kid, that was so new to me.
Right.
You know, so it became a challenge then for me to fit in to that world, and that became, you know, the one of the main things that, you know, drove success then. So that's just a light example.
Yeah, I can't understand how the business will affect somebody like, I know you're an artist. What you gotta do walking about with a camera for all day?
Exactly, and not only that, the way we dress here is different. Now the world is more developed, we're more in sync.
Yes.
But again, in that time, it was like my thing was short pants and slippers, you know what I mean? That was my thing. And then when I got signed to the label, it's like, okay, this is what a superstar is supposed to look like. This is, and you know, so it was a lot of changes. You know, also me being so young, I was 16, 17 years old.
Oh yeah, you were.
Exactly, thrown into this world where everything had to be a certain way. So generally speaking, it could be tough to adjust to that kind of mantle.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. So now we're on to Good to Be Loved.
Yeah.
I know that there's a growing EDM audience down here. You know, the lighters and everything. So I know a lot of people are gonna want to know where they can get this song, purchase this song, what platforms it's on.
Well, the song, you can get it on iTunes, you can get it on Spotify. Right now, actually, that song has maybe 21 million plus views on Spotify.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Congrats.
It's a really big song. Actually, that song came out a little while ago, but it's just that, you know, I hadn't had a chance to really get it around.
Yeah.
You know, I guess maybe I was just, you know, in a different space, but you know, it has received its success, and actually this would be the first place that is really playing in Barbados. So you can get it on iTunes, Spotify, wherever music is sold and streamed, it's there. I want to go back really quickly to the first question you asked me in terms of what I was doing lately.
Right.
You know, I've been going through a place where, and it's funny because when Ken asked me to do, you know, to come and be a guest here, I started to do my own research. I checked out the Pulse radio show, and then I watched Poppy's interview. And one of the things he said that really stood out to me is being unlabeled. Right? Because I feel like that's where I'm at in my space right now. I don't want to be labeled as any one thing. So when you look at yourself in that light, a plaque is like, okay, it's just let's do something else. Let's work harder, you know? So that's where I'm at right now. I don't want to be defined by a talent. I don't want to be defined by a gift. I'm just here to, you know, do what I believe God has put me here to do, to impact people. And as long as I keep doing that, plaque or not, I'm happy.
And as long as you understand that it's good to be loved, then that's
correct.
I want to ask you something else, but I feel it's a personal question though. You still got money from oil yet? Are you serious?
Listen, that is the power in residual income. You do something once, you get it a long time.
So people still play Oya where like in which country? From tracking or yeah, like when you see the streams and stuff.
People play it so much right now is that it's annoying, because again, I was in such a different space.
Yeah,
I was a kid then, you know.
Yeah.
So when people come up to me like, oh yeah, I'm like, that was you know what I mean? That was
chill, man.
But I understand for people, it left an impact on people.
Oh no, of course, that was a moment.
It's still going, and you know, I'm grateful for where that song has put, you know, the realm that song has put me in. But yeah.
You still perform it?
I haven't recently.
You could do a little
The
remix.
last time I performed it was maybe 3-4 years ago. I did something with Mahalia's Corner, and that was one of the outro songs that I did.
Nice.
And I got like an encore.
What was it? 6 hours?
I was like, come on.
Okay, let me ask you.
Bro, about me here and all that.
I want to ask you, if a label came to you and said, we see the plaques you're getting, we heard the song, we love the song, we want to sign you.
Right.
What would you say?
I would say that's not my focus right now. It's not my focus.
$10 million, Jaicko. We want to sign you, publishing, and also artists.
Man, it's not about the money, man.
Please, I just said $10 million. You know that?
$10 million is a lot of money, and it would be great to have a $10 million deal, but it has to be right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not opposed to a record label coming my way and say, look, let's do this. But obviously the terms have to be correct.
Right.
You know, I would not just, and I would advise anybody that's listening, you know, that may be an artist or producer or whatever, don't let people throw money at you and like, yeah, we'll give you $10 million for this. Make sure the terms are suited for both you and the other party. And hey, it's business.
You are a true artist. For your artistry first,
Yeah.
business comes after. I would have asked somebody that and they'd be like, if you check right, I would do it.
The check right
But
now to do it.
no, but you are an artist
We've
in every
seen too
sense
much.
of the
We've
word.
seen too much artists in our time get screwed over.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Lauryn Hill. I mean, if you Google Lauryn Hill's story right now, you'll be blown away as to, you know, the kind of pressures that she lives under as Lauryn Hill. We see her as the great Lauryn Hill, but the deal's got to be right, man.
Agreed.
The deal's got to be right.
Jaicko, this is the first time you're passing through, but not the last. I'm
Yeah,
letting you
man,
know
we
that.
do this again.
No, of course. Anytime you
You know,
bring
I go
something,
my
yeah.
cave shepherd and get my little, you know what I mean, my little fit.
Yeah. Show Kenny in Warren, right? You understand what I'm saying? Right.
We make it happen.
Jaicko, thanks a lot.
Thank you
Red,
guys for having me.
it's another great one.
Another great one, of course. This is the Pulse Radio Show, powered by Cave Shepherd. Own the experience in association with Broad Street Men's and Women's Designer Wear.